And a definite first game for everyone here tonight, folks, even me. Cyclones and the Farmers ready to go at it here this evening. The Cyclones and the Farmers here. The Cyclones with a thrilling come-from-behind win over the Farmers in the JV contest. Welcome in here to TSSR Game Time Live. As on the floor right now, Callie Wright will go off. It is Janie Phelps, Kinley Welsh, Madeline Sullivan, Taylor Richardson, Lindsay Dunn, and Alexa Barkley. Serving for Farmington is Madeline Hanlon. Hanlon serve, deep back row off of Dunn. Sullivan going to set it outside. Barkley across, and Hanlon is up with it. To the outside, they'll load it over for Izzy Lynn. Puts it in and good. And the Farmers on the board first. Hanlon with a serve off of Phelps. Popped up front to Sullivan. Sullivan going to set it outside to Welsh. And that is dug back row by Hanlon. Tipped clear Hanlon, rather. Up to Sullivan. She'll tip it across. Drop it in and good. And catch him napping to make it a 1-1 tie. Side out for the Cyclones. Ava Beck in. Alexa Barkley out. Ava Beck, one of the seniors on this roster. Janie Phelps, Ava Beck, Taylor Richardson, and Kinley Welsh, the seniors. Served by Ava Beck, taken in the back row there by Isabella Nordwall, and then tipped across, right back by Sullivan. To the outside, hammered down by Izzy Lynn, and the Farmers get it back. Serving for the Farmers will be Izzy Lynn, junior. She'll let it go. And Kinley Welsh up there. It is Sullivan to the outside. It is Welsh bringing it across. Dug back row by Claire Hanlon. Helped up front and tapped through by Kiefer. Sullivan going to load it. The quick set for Richardson. And they cannot handle the hot smash from Taylor Richardson. Cyclones lead it here in game number 1 by a 3-1 score. 3-1 here so far in this game number 1. It is best 2 out of 3 falls. As serve is across, popped up by Farmington. And the Cyclones play it outside for Welsh. Hits it down and good. And the Cyclones take a 4-1 advantage. Lindsay Dunn back to serve it for the Cyclones. 3-2, they lead it. Serve tipped through, brought across by Lena Kiefer. Set up Richardson, able to hammer it through the blocks. And the Cyclones have a 4-2 lead. And Lindsay Dunn will let it fly once again here. 4-2 lead as Dunn comes to it. Low line drive into the net. Gets Farmington back a point, and they make it 4-3. Bella Archdale will serve it now. Also coming into the game, Megan Carpenter. Serve off of Beck to Sullivan to the outside. Welsh screaming liner into the back row. Down and good. 5-3. 2-point advantage. Callie Wright in, Taylor Richardson out, and Janie Phelps back to serve it. Phelps serve, picked up there by Kiefer. Help to the outside. Nordwall hits it into the net, and the Cyclones up their lead to 3, 6-3. 6-3 lead here. Here comes Phelps again. That one hits the top of the net and makes it 6-4 on the side out back over to Farmington. Coming in for the Farmers, Mariah Hayden. She will replace Madeline Hanlon. And the serve comes through by Kiefer into the back row off of Dunn. Set up for her. She'll take it across and picked up by Lily Swanson. Up front, Farmers, the high looping tip by Nordwall makes it 7-5 on the side out. 7-4 rather. Ava Beck will go out. Madeline Sullivan back to serve, ready to let it on fly. Just off the top of the net, Farmington keeps it alive. Sent through, a nice shot there by Hayden. Tip back across, Sullivan able to drop it in and good and make it 8-4. 8-4 lead here for the Cyclones in game number one. It is best 2 out of 3 falls. Sullivan high on the fly and picked up. They'll flip it up front and tip around. Hayden actually tips it into the net. 9-4 the advantage. Timeout call by Farmington. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
A 9-4 lead here for the Cyclones in this game number one. Best 2 out of 3 falls. Ava Beck, or actually Madeline Sullivan, serves it through. Picked up there by Claire Hanlon. And she hits it through. Phelps with a nice sliding save. Welsh tried to get it off the door, but could not. And Farmington gets it back as it is 9-5. Coming back into the contest, number 13, Izzy Lynn. Seeming like several Izzies they have. Done up to the net. That one down and good. And it makes it 9-6. Serve again off of Barkley up to the net. Kind of a fight for it. Barkley recovers it, but nobody else could get it. Drops down and good, and the Farmers plowing their way back into this one at 9-7. Serve short off of Barkley. Sullivan tipping it through. Saved at the floor there by Kiefer. And she'll have to hit it through right, sending it right back. Hayden brings it up. Set in the middle for Carpenter. She'll hit it off the block. Saved by Sullivan. Welsh helps it out. And Dunn able to put it over. Carpenter pops it high. Hayden with it. And Hanlon, that is Claire Hanlon, hits it through. Sullivan out to Welsh. Puts it in and good. And the Cyclones go up by a 10-7 margin. That'll bring back Kinley Welsh to serve. You make the good play, you get to serve. Kind of how volleyball works. As Welsh will let it fly, winds it up, sends it across. And it's picked up in the back row there by Paige Stevens. Farmington a little trouble with it. Down it goes. Makes it 11-7. Of course, one of many broadcasts here for West Prairie along the way. Welsh walks up to it, fires it across, and that one, Claire Hanlon pulled her hands back at the last minute. So staying right in this one, it is the 11-8. Serve on the way by Claire Hanlon. She'll let it go. The libero, a junior. Sister Madeline is a senior. And that one right into the back of the head of Izzy Lynn. Never good when a teammate bops you in the bean from behind. Paige Kitch in. Callie Wright goes out for West Prairie. As Kitch will come in to serve, one of those SS serving specialists. Her and the official had not blown her whistle yet. Now we can go. Serve outside the hand. Stevens is there. They bring it outside, and Hayden hits that one into the net. 13-8 Cyclones. Madeline Hanlon will replace Hayden. Serve by Kitch. Off of Stevens, off the wall. And they couldn't bring it off of there. And it could not play the carom. Now, folks, in case you know how this gym plays, you can play it off the wall on your own side, just not on the other side. Hanlon brings it up. They'll set it. Actually, Lindsey Dunn got to it, dumps it right back over. And the Cyclones lead it here 15-8. Paige Kitch loads up. Lets it fly. Swing and a miss by Izzy Lynn. (16-8). Serve a hard one off of Madeline Hanlon. Popped up to the outside. Tipped and dropped over by Archdale. And a big stop there by the Farmington Farmers. Kitch out. Callie Wright comes in and they do that libero dance. 16-9, 7-point advantage here for the Cyclones. Serve off of Dunn. Phelps humps it out but can't get it across, and that'll drop it in, and Farmington gets a couple back in a row to make it 16-10. 16-10 here. Hanlon again. Phelps with a diving save out to Richardson. Off the hands of Claire Hanlon. She couldn't decide whether to get it or not. Got it. 17-10. Ava Beck comes in. Barkley out as Ava Beck will come back to serve for West Prairie. Serve deep back row. Stevens is there. Madeline Hanlon tips it over. Beck to Sullivan to Dunn. That one tipped. And Farmington not able to get a hold of it. 18-10. They take an 8-point advantage. Ava Beck. Strong line drive serve. Stevens up with it to the net. Richardson pumps it back down. Says, stay on your tight. Lead goes out to 19-10. Morgan Neptune will come in. I guess you could say she'll see what she can see. 19-10 lead here. Beck. Line drive, tapped up there by Archdale, tipped across. Dunn has it. Sullivan puts it in, saved, and flip. They're going to say net violation on Archdale. So the Cyclones bump it out to 20-10. Another substitution coming in for Farmington. Lydia Overcash will check in. Beck off of Hanlon. Hanlon to Hanlon. Phelps with a save off of Dunn. And Farmington loads it. Popped over by Kiefer. By Sullivan to Richardson. Dug by Claire Hanlon back row. Rolled over and across by Kiefer. And another substitution here. Isabel Nordwall coming in. And Neptune. The Tide going out. Izzy Lynn fires it across, out of bounds, and that'll bring it over. It is 21-11. Izzy Lynn out, and coming in for her is Lily Swanson. Lindsey Dunn the serve, 21-11 West Prairie. Serve off of Claire Hanlon. Popped high, and she'll attack, hit it over, and out of bounds, 22-11. Coach Goff is substituting very liberally. Josie Wabel will come in, as Lily Swanson will go out. Dunn pounds another one. Claire Hanlon with it up to Madeline. Serving to the outside. Save at the floor by Phelps off Nordwall to Welsh. Hits it into the net, and that will get it back over to Farmington. And if you're Farmington, you take it any way you can get it. Megan Carpenter will come back in. Overcash will go back to serve it. As she looks to load it up. Serve hits the net, and it makes it 23-12. Callie right in, Taylor Richardson out. Janie Phelps will go back to serve with a chance to finish it off. Phelps serve, Off of Claire Hanlon. Popped up by Madeline. They bring it outside. And Whelan, I should say Kiefer, knocks it down in the back row. 23-13. And another substitution. Molly Zaborak will come in. I guess coach trying to get him in waves, and that one a little long and out of bounds. It is game point in game number 1 for the Cyclones. Alexa Barkley in. Ava Beck goes out for West Prairie as Madeline Sullivan will get a chance to finish it off. Her serve off of the arms of Zaborak and down, and it is 25-15, game number 1 in the books for the Cyclones. That means we adjourn to game number 2 of the match right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Well, folks, game number 2 on the way, and if anything is an indication, Coach Cassie Goff will throw everything but the kitchen sink at the Cyclones in game 2. I had so many substitutions, I think I needed a scorecard. And so we'll get the lineup for you here. It is Madeline and Claire Hanlon. Number 18, Claire, is the libero. Madeline, number 1. Up front, Isabel Nordwall. Also out there is Izzy Lynn, Bella Archdale, and Elena Kiefer. Paige Kitch will start serving first. Game number 2, serve off of Nordwall. Popped up front and tipped over. Welsh has it off Archdale. Up to Dunn. She'll tip it over. Picked up by Kiefer. And then Hanlon right into the hands of a waiting Taylor Richardson. Snaps that down and makes it 1-0 Cyclones. They won the first one. Walking away in that one, and now Kitch fires it again off the hands of Lynn. Claire Hanlon can't get it back. 2-0. Paige Kitch ready again. Low line drive popped up in the back row by Nordwall. Off the ceiling, down it goes. And it's a quick 3 spot for West Prairie. Kitch again. Screaming line drive. Lynn put her hands up, couldn't get it. And now 4-0. As the Cyclones continuing to run it away here in game number 2. Kitch again. This time Claire Hanlon. Up front to Kiefer, to Madeline Hanlon, dug up by Welsh. Sullivan out with it to Dunn. Back row, Claire Hanlon. Tipped over by Kiefer, out of bounds it goes. It is 5-0. Adding up rather quickly here. Serve through by Kitch on the top of the net. Sullivan saves it on the other side. We'll set lineups in a moment. Alexa Barkley over with it. Madeline Hanlon takes it. Kiefer out to Lynn. She'll tip, and Dunn is underneath it. Sullivan sends it over. They'll load it to the outside for Lynn. Through the block. Saved by Sullivan. Dunn one-hands it. And Richardson brings it over. Loaded right back. Kitch to Sullivan. Outside Dunn. Puts it down and good. And the Cyclones make it 6. A 6 spot on the floor for the Cyclones. They have Paige Kitch, Kinley Welsh, Madeline Sullivan, Lindsey Dunn, Taylor Richardson, Alexa Barkley. That one a little too high, hard, and out of bounds. Gets Farmington on the scoreboard at 6-1. Right in, Phelps will replace her, and back to serve now is Madeline Hanlon for the Farmington Farmers. Her serve, deep back row. Welsh is there. Sullivan on the fly gets it. Phelps will bump it through, and Lynn is underneath it. Madeline Hanlon over to Lynn. She'll tip. Dunn's there to dig. Sullivan for Richardson. Off the blocks and dug up quickly by Nordwall. To the outside. Kiefer brings it through. Phelps up with it to Barkley. Tips it over and dug at the floor by Madeline Hanlon. Tip down and good by Kiefer. And a big play there by Farmington. Hanlon fires deep, back row, high, deep, and that would be generally unplayable. So 7-2. Alexa Barkley out, Ava back in. Cyclones by 5 here in this game number 1. Her serve popped up by Kiefer. Nordwall helps. Tapped through and then picked up by Welsh. Sullivan to Richardson, hits that one into the net. Farmington will get one back here. Izzy Lynn winds and sands. Welsh is there. Sullivan going to set her up. The long approach. That one into the net. And Farmington slowly walking their way back into the ball game at 7-4. Those mistakes add up when you do several in a row. Phelps brings it to net. Sullivan, and that one tipped back across. Phelps a save. Beck outside to it to Dunn. And Lynn has got it. They'll set it to the outside. Kiefer off the net. Sullivan. And they're going to say a net violation on West Prairie. And so it's 7-5. Once again, inch it closer. Serve back row. Dunn takes it up to Sullivan to Richardson. She'll flip it through. Madeline Hanlon up with it and then drop back. Beck, nice save. Up to Dunn. Blocked. And Cyclones not able to save it. As it'll make it 7-6. Lead down to 1. Farmington making one heck of a charge. Lynn. Off Dunn, up to Sullivan. Sullivan will tip it over. Claire Hanlon is there. Madeline helps her out. And now tapped into the net by Nordwall. Had a nice throw on the tack, but couldn't get it. 8-6 West Prairie. Swanson in, Lynn out. As Lindsey Dunn will serve. And they're going to whistle an illegal attack on Madeline Hanlon, so it'll be 9-6. Cyclones out by 3. They led by a 6 spot to start the game. Lindsey Dunn serves. Low line drive. Tapped up there by Archdale. Tip back to the net, and Kinley Welch says, stay on your side. 10-6. Cyclones stretching it back out again. As Dunn will bring it. Off of Claire Hanlon. Madeline will help it up, and then Archdale bumps it over. Cyclones. Dunn to Sullivan. Outside to Welsh. That one is in and good. Pass Swanson. Yes, indeed, a frozen Swanson on the outside. And it makes it 11-6. Lindsey Dunn the serve. Oh, they're going to call that one in on the back line. 12-6. 12-6 lead here as the Cyclones again stretch it out. Dunn fires it over up to the net. Welsh just punches it right back down, says, "Thou hath not deposited, thou shalt not get a return." And the Cyclones' largest lead at 7. Dunn off of Nordwall. Madeline Hanlon up for Carpenter. Phelps quickly up with it to Sullivan, to Richardson, put on cross, and Farmington plays it. Nordwall tips it over. Beck to Sullivan, outside Welsh. Tip, flip back. Dunn is there. Back outside to Beck and dug up by Swanson. Farmington loads it up. Hanlon to Kiefer. Phelps up there to Sullivan. Down and good. And it's 14-6. Largest lead of 8. Lindsey Dunn back again. And we'll take a timeout on the floor. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And the Cyclones putting an extra one on the board there. As Swanson hit it out of bounds. Serve to Hanlon as Claire. Madeline outside. It is Nordwall. Dug by Phelps in the back row. Sullivan outside to Welsh off the blocks. And popped up. Dropped in and good in the middle. So a huge side out for Farmington. And Carpenter comes in. Claire Hanlon will go out. Going back to serve is Archdale. Bella Archdale ready to serve. Launches it into the net and right back to the Cyclones it comes. 16-6. Janie Phelps will come back and serve it. Serve. Taken by Claire Hanlon to Madeline. Back set for Kiefer. Phelps digs at the floor, but hits it into Dunn. And gets a side out back over for Farmington. Kiefer going to go back to serve. Her serve back row. Dunn pops it up. Outside setup for Welsh. Off the block. Swanson right back over to West Prairie. Right takes. Sullivan flips it through. Swanson up with it, and it's tapped over by Mariah Hayden. They'll flip it up, quick set for Wright. Swanson, Kiefer the back row attack, Phelps right there to dig. Sullivan outside to Welsh, down and good, puts that one away. Point number 17 on the board. Madeline Sullivan back to serve, Alexa Barkley in to play the front row. Sullivan, line drive off of Swanson, can't get it, 18-6. Cyclones starting to walk away in this game number 1. Serve is up and drops right in front of Hanlon and Swanson. Once again, the frozen Swanson. 19-8, West Prairie. Serve by Sullivan off Swanson, off the beam. Pop. They're going to say that is out, so it is 20-6. As Madeline Sullivan back to serve once again. Ready to load her up. To the net, fires, line drive over the head of Swanson and out of bounds. So Farmington gets it back. 19-9 lead. Swanson out, and Izzy Lynn in. Up to Sullivan, over for Wright. Now played here, it is Kiefer. That one, Lindsey Dunn jumped in there, couldn't handle it. And it'll be 16-10, or 20-10 rather. Nordwall loads it again off Barkley. Over to Sullivan, high in the air. Welsh, too long and out of bounds. And this is kind of how Farmington got within 7-6 earlier when the Cyclones had trouble putting it away. Serve is short. Barkley takes it. Sullivan going to back set it. Kinley Welsh off the top of the net. Farmington can't quite get the handle on it, and they get it back and make it 21-11. Stevens in as Nordwall goes out. Serve by Welsh just across the net. Archdale brings it up. Lynn will pop it through, and Dunn takes it for West Prairie. They'll set it to right, and she'll hit it back row and out of bounds. 21-12. And that'll bring back Claire Hanlon, the libero for West Prairie. 21-12 lead here. Dunn takes the serve, but nobody back there to help her. 21-13, the lead down to 8. Hanlon winds it again, low line drive. Phelps is right there, but sends it back over and out of bounds. And it's down to a 7-point lead. The Cyclones look like they were just kind of blow away the Farmers in game one. Farmers twice have really fought their way back in. Phelps up with the serve this time to Sullivan, over to Barkley. Off the blocks and down, 22-14 as they try to finish it off. Taylor Richardson in, Janie Phelps out, and Paige Kitch in to try to finish it off. See if she can be a Kitch in time. Serve off of Hanlon, back row. Kiefer outside to Lynn. One-handed save by Dunn, up to the net. Barkley, tap down and good. 23. Alexa Barkley adding a little firepower to that attack up front. Kitch's serve off Stevens. Hit sideways, Hanlon. Over to Archdale. She'll tip it over and down, right up and over the top of the block. As Madeline Hanlon will come in and Hayden will go out. Janie Phelps back in as Callie Wright and Kitch switch. Hanlon brings it over off of Welsh. High in the air. Set outside for Barkley. Bounces off the net. Tip. Outside for Barkley. Back row. Tip is up. And down off Phelps and good. 23-16. It is 23-16. Hanlon serve down the line over to Dunn. Up to Sullivan. She'll tip it over. And Madeline Hanlon, the serve tipped over and across. Phelps will set it outside to Barkley. Bumped right back across by Farmington. Over for Barkley. Claire Hanlon looking forward to Madeline. Outside for Kiefer. In on the back line and good. You could see where that was going, in on the back line and good. Hanlon across. Off of Welsh. They set it up for Welsh again and pounds it down off Stevens. Good in, down. And that's game number 1 in the books by a score of 25-16. That'll move us over as Beck will get a chance to finish it here. Her serve off of Hannah up to the net. Richardson puts it in and good. And the Cyclones take it home as they make it 25-16 and win game 1 here. We're going to take this commercial timeout. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And that is our match here tonight as West Prairie takes it home in 2 to finish it off here. The fans looking to help them out there and celebrate the win here tonight. Glad you've been alongside for the broadcast. Let me tell you, folks, it has been a first night for us here on TSSR, or at least me anyway. So Cyclones win it here. That's going to wrap things up from West Prairie. For Mr. Will Phelps helping me out on camera, Mr. John Burton also helping me. This has been TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.